Alright, this is a older deck, and I think it's probably our best results yet. These are some stairs down here that we put the top coat on, 2 coats on everything. These stairs go all the way up to the arbor, which is really cool. We did it in the same thing. On top of these benches, what I did was I put a brush stroke on there instead of what you see here with the little texture. I put the brush on here, and what it basically does is gives it a nice smooth feel. Still you get the full coverage. Now over here I did the same thing on top of these 6x6 posts because as you saw in the other video, they were completely rotted out. So we do the stain on the risers, the goop on top of the treads. I also put the goop on top of the vertical surfaces as well to protect it. Now this deck turned out beautiful. This is about a week and a half old, 2 weeks old, as far as the process of us putting it on there. The deck, I think, is 15-something years old, but you can see we got full coverage everywhere. Now, going back to the railing system, what I like to do is, this is 3 coats of the goop on here with a coat of stain on top of that. Same thing on these railings that were completely destroyed. So now they're smooth to the touch, and you can actually, set a drink on here or something without having to worry about it. And I say that not meaning that this is not smooth to the touch as well. You can take your shoes off and walk around on it, and it's very good. What I want to point out is when the boards are touching before we get started, there's nothing we can do to get it out. I do carry a 5-in-1 with me and scrape out the insides when I can. As you can see right here, you can see where my 5-in-1 pulled across. In this particular deck, some of the boards were touching and some of them weren't. So you get that inconsistent look a little bit of them being together and not together. Still, the cost of doing this and protecting your deck with this will save you a ton of money over putting in Trex or anything else. The Trex still peels and warps and all of that as well, not like this. So I think personally this is our best result on a deck yet. You can see it's just beautiful coverage everywhere, and this is where the wood was flaking up and we were able to break it apart with our fingers. Same thing in a lot of these areas on the deck, but as you can see, it's very difficult to even tell where the 2 deck boards go together in these circumstances with this. This is where they butted, and you can barely see it. Now that was a little bit of a gap there, but again, can't see anything. This is the chocolate color, matches very well with the brick. So again, I think this is one of our best results yet. The coat is completely even. The look is just beautiful. It does cost a little bit extra when you have this type of a railing system for us to do it, because inside of here we have to be able to get our brushes or rollers inside of there to get full coverage with the stain. So when you have this double band, one on the outside and one on the inside, makes it a lot more difficult for us as painters to be able to get in there. And they have the same thing in the upper rail as well, but as you can see, we completely coat everywhere. No matter where you're standing, you can't see raw wood. Another thing is underneath these little guys, when they're like this, there's no way for us to get the goop completely under, so it kind of stops. This is a little underneath on that, but you can kind of see where my goop stops because I only have a little bit of area and there's nothing I can get under there. But that is protected from the sun, being that you have the railings there as well. But regardless, this is another deck, restored deck, and just absolutely gorgeous result. This was about $13,000 cheaper than buying the composite material. That doesn't even include the labor it would have cost to take this old decking up, railing system and everything, and replace it with you know, the composite. It's just a $13,000 difference in the materials alone. So definitely the best way to save money and restore your deck. And that's it.